still searching. Meaning in this life, why this world turning? Yeah, if I'm alright, I don't care about a like. I know the bigger picture got a bigger purpose. Yeah, you know I'm stacking this money, but somehow still lost in my 20s. Funny we lost hope when COVID taught us to cope. Who would've thought that the world was alone hurting? Yeah, looking at my little brother. Depression is the quickest way to cause murder. Yeah, in grade school other people murmur, but he's still alive. I call him the overcomer. Some days I think, do God see us? Life is a balance. Young talented Libra who seeks peace but keeps tough, who needs G's and Jesus, who turns east and prays up. With one girl he lays up, the family on his mind. He can't run, nah, he can't run. Putting things down into action, making a plan. No more telling other people I ain't showing my hands. Got a goal on my mind, I ain't kicking the can. Homeboys call like when we kicking again. Old friends, new friends, I got life changes, new man. I'm not one to hate on you, and we are trying to make it to a conclusion. Let it out, yeah, let it out, let it out, yeah, let it out. Oh, I said let it out. Yeah, I'm just trying to be free. Turn me up, yeah. I've been sleeping every night with a different plan in my mind. Am I getting any close to that man you designed? I ain't looking for a handout, praying for a sign, but I figure faith could make the stars you align. Them other girls I would play time, yeah, but with you I can make time. The passion you got like grapevines, I know we'll both grow in age like great wine, yeah. Cause life is a poetry book. All these wrong turns, you don't wanna go look. And this pain that I felt before is no more. Everything getting better when you know you enough, yeah. Can't stress a thing I don't know. And I pray for friends I've outgrown. Most things nowadays are bluff, but I'm trying to know that God who was burning a bush. Let it run, G. Bring the bongos in. Yeah. So soulful. Yeah. I write this last chapter for you and us. 7 years, bro, man, what a rush. Crazy how, even when we out of place, high school pace taught us to be tough. Everything ends in the end, do it. The friendship blend, but it's still moving. Yeah, somewhere in the earth playing old music that we never dropped and forgot we was cold doing. I can't tell you a lie. See your family, you know I feel happy inside. All these memories collect, be the happiest times. I hope that we cross paths even after this life. Yeah, one thing in life I do know, everything is meant for your growth. I just wanna see us all getting close to the days we can shout to success with a toast. Yeah, sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world. I'm sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world. Sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world. I'm sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world.
Classy.
Tangy, where you going?
Man, don't be asking me all them questions. You did this. You did it. You did it. You did it. You did it, boy. You did it. You did it. You did it. Deal with it. It's all part of the game until the rabbit got the gun. Now you're crying on the floor while I go out and have my fun. Boy, you did it. You did it. Deal with it. Deal with it.
You didn't do my song. Am I? I don't see me. There we go. There we go. It's 7 o'clock on a Thursday. What's going on, everybody? Hey, y'all. Hey, cousins. What's up? Y'all, it is Thursday, 7 p.m., 7:02, really, you know. But y'all, it's 7 o'clock on a Thursday, and welcome to the Real Raw Let's Talk Show. We about to get real, we about to get raw. Y'all, we got some stuff to talk about tonight, and I hope you brought pen and paper. Okay, I hope you brought pen and paper. If you put it on your notepad, your notebooks, you gonna need it tonight. Okay, because we talking some good stuff tonight, some good marketing. We talking all things book and branded. Okay, all things book and branded. Okay, get ready for it. Get ready for it. Now, y'all, today is Thursday. For y'all that are new with coming in to Real Raw Let's Talk, I'm your host T Pretty Smile. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me, okay? I'm a mom, I'm an entrepreneur, a motivational speaker, podcast host. Um, I'm a lot in one. I'm your favorite media girl, you know? So, covering all your BTS, covering all your To Be Tuesday, covering all of your media access needs. So with that being said, I'm gonna tell you about Real Raw Let's Talk, right? Real Raw Let's Talk is a platform where we talk about the real stuff. And I stress that. We talk about stuff that people ain't normally talking about. Okay? We're going to get all in your business. We're going to talk about what inspired you. We're going to talk about your business. We're going to give resources. Okay? We're going to talk about all things new, all things old, what you have done, what you did. We talk about it all. But in that, getting to know you and what you do, we talk about the inspiration so you can encourage someone else. We talk about everything, right? Those conversations that we don't have. A lot of time people don't get to know who you really are besides who they see you on screen sometime, right? So we get to know you behind the screen, okay? So now I want to give a clap, okay? Because y'all made it to Thursday. Y'all made it to Thursday. Past hump day, right? We're almost to Friday, which is a closer day to what? You don't give a damn, okay? Because you know it's close to the weekend. And y'all know the closer the weekend come, y'all don't give a damn. Keeping it real, keeping it real. Okay? The kids going back to school next week. Amen. Woo, make you want to shout, don't it? It make you want to shoulder bounce. The kids is going back to school. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen, amen, amen. Now, let's step into a few church announcements that we got going on this week, okay? First of all, let's talk about customer service. I want to give a big shout out to someone who works at DK Shoes in Townie Small in Mesquite. Her name is Rain. Exceptional customer service. Okay, was going back to get my little daughter, some shoes. And when I tell you that customer service is a big deal to me, I have done customer service for years and years and years. And y'all, it's always somebody who came to work and don't care how they treat people, don't care about, just don't want to be there. And of course, that comes off on you because you're the customer, right? And I think sometimes we forget that we are customers, like, and we used to be in that shoe on the other side. So I want to give a big shout out to Rain Girl. You got some good customer service. She was patient. She was kind. She did not help. I mean, she did help. I'm sorry, y'all. She did help. She did not care about nothing else that was going on in that store. She was really trying to help me find my baby her shoe. And I really appreciate that. You took the time and you was courteous, girl. Girl, customer service is on point. Customer service is on point. I appreciate you, Rain. Shout out to her. Okay, another church announcement, y'all. We got a few of them today. First and foremost, Inspire Her. Y'all know your girl rocks with Inspire Her Foundation. Now, Inspire Her Foundation is an organization that supports all things women. Okay, from domestic violence, from trying to help them find a job to it's a true support system for women. And we're actually having a women's conference on August the 23rd. There's going to be vendors, guest speakers, panel discussions. And this is for all women who have been in any type of domestic violence. If you're just a woman and you want to come out and network, this is definitely the place you want to be. We're gonna have some great powerhouse speakers. We're gonna have entertainment. It's gonna be a lot of great things, and I'm actually gonna give away 2 tickets tonight to this brunch, to the women conference tonight. So again, that is August 23rd. It's 11 to 3 p.m. and it's in Arlington. Okay. So I want y'all stay tuned to the show tonight because I'm gonna give away 2 tickets at some point in the show. But I'm gonna need you to stay. I'm gonna need you to stay on so you can get them tickets. Okay. If you do want to go to the show, go to the women's conference. The tickets are $40. Okay, excuse me, you can go to inspireherfoundation.org, okay? Or you can stay on, okay, because I'm going to be giving away 2 tickets. You can always do that. You can always do that. Okay? Now, let's go to another church announcement. Another announcement, we got Shauna Mills. Shout out to my girl Shauna Mills. Shauna is the owner of GGK Lipstick Diaries. And y'all, a lot of y'all ask me all the time, like, what lipstick, where I get my lipstick from. As you see tonight, lips is popping. It is. That's a shout out to JGK Lipstick Diaries. Shauna Mills is a domestic violence speaker. She's also a business owner, and she's having a kick for cause for domestic violence and breast cancer. She's having a meet and greet. Okay, let me say that again for y'all. Shauna Mills, if you in the DF Dub, okay, or if you just want to come out to the DF Dub on this day, okay, she's having a meet and greet, and it's going to be on August the 10th. It's from 4 to 6. It's going to be in Arlington, okay? I'm going to pull these flyers up at the end of the show, and I'm going to also tag her. So I need y'all to be in the building. It's a Kicks for Cause for domestic violence and breast cancer. Okay, I'm definitely going to be in the building. Sadly, I haven't had breast cancer, but I am a warrior of ovarian cancer and also have been through domestic violence. So this hits home, and I definitely want to be there to support my girl. So I'll be there in the building. Y'all definitely come out. Again, that's going to be on August the 10th. Now, for another announcement, To Be Tuesday. Y'all, did y'all see the movie this week? Your girl gives you a new hot to watch every Tuesday, okay? And I call it To Be Tuesday, okay? Now, every week I'm giving you some hot to watch and I'm telling you why it's hot. I'm telling you what's good about it. Now, this week's movie was called Unfair Exchange, okay? The movie had a good storyline, but what kept me invested was the actors. I kid you not. I kid you not. The actors came. The actors came, baby. They came and they delivered. They delivered, okay? I want to give a big shout out to all the actors that played in Unfair Exchange. Y'all did a big one. Y'all kept me invested. And when I tell y'all, go watch it because the ending, oh, the ending will have you in a chokehold. The ending is worth staying for. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Okay? It's out on Tubi. Now I give you a new one to watch every week, okay, for Tubi Tuesday. So I need you to go back and look at that review. Okay? You can catch it on all platforms. Real Raw Let's Talk or T Pretty Smile. Go check it out, okay? Now, the last announcement, y'all, we got something big cooking up for Saturdays, okay? So definitely y'all stay tuned. I'm making a huge announcement coming Saturday. I'm so excited for it. It was by popular demand. We had a lot of people in my inbox, and I feel like this is the only way to accommodate that. So y'all definitely stay tuned for an announcement on Saturday. You don't want to miss that. If you are a movie head like me, if you a homebody, you like the cuddle, you like special time with yourself. Stay tuned, cause Saturdays is gonna be your new favorite day of the week. Okay. Now, with that being said, that concludes our church announcements. All right. Now I'm gonna need y'all to go get your snacks. Okay, y'all know it's that time of the hour. Go get your snacks. Go get your drinks. Okay, whatever that may be. Go get your drinks. Because when I tell y'all tonight, we're going to be talking, okay? And we're going to be learning. First and foremost, we're going to be learning tonight, okay? Now, go get your snacks and we're going to come back. Because I got 2 people that I am about to introduce that I can't wait to introduce them to y'all. Okay, I know y'all seen the flyers. We got Ronson Hawkins, okay, and we got Miss Serenity Taylor. Okay, both of them is in the building. Okay, both of them. Yeah, I said both. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to definitely like go get your pen and paper, go get your snacks, cause we got Mr. Randy finna tell us about marketing. Okay, first and foremost, if you got a business, you ain't gotta just be in acting. But if you got a business or you wanna run your business, need to know how to run it right. This the place to be tonight. This the place to be. Okay. So y'all definitely stay tuned. Get your pen and paper. We got Ronson Hawkins in on the building. Mr. Book the Room, okay, is in the building. He gonna show us and tell us how to book the room for all those actors out there, inspiring actors, for those who are having trouble getting in the room, knowing if you're in the right room, how to get in the right space. We're definitely covering all those things. So I definitely need y'all to go get your drinks, go get your snacks, and we're going to be right back in just a moment, okay? So y'all stay tuned. Okay, y'all, we're having a few technical issues at the moment. Okay, actually, we're going to take our break right now. If my signal's working, let's see. No, is it not working? Let's go ahead and take our break just now, okay? Let's go. And I'll see y'all in just a minute.
Take up space, take advantage, disrespect her. How that look? She hold it down, she lift you up, but she read you like a book. And you play her for a fool like she somehow misunderstood. You know she got it right though. She know you out at night though. Say you out here grinding, but you sipping for some weak hoe. Phone on D&D while you at the B&B. Balls deep in a mindless trick who don't care about your dream. She feel good for the moment, yeah, but what about tomorrow? How about when your pocket's light? Can you call that hoe and borrow? How about when the shit go left? Can she save you from that sorrow? Will she hesitate? Or will she pick that blick up in your honor? Whole package at home, you out here chasing dust. You clutching on your chest when she go and level up. Cause she's tired of your shit and she know you not legit. Tried to play her for a fool and now you losing. Ain't that rich? Boy, you did it, you did it, you did it, you did it, boy, you did it, you did it, you did it, deal with it. It's all part of the game until the rabbit got the gun. Now you're crying on the floor while I go out and have my fun. Boy, you did it, you did it, deal with it, deal with it. Boy, you did it, you did it, deal with it, deal with it.
I ain't did shit. I'm out here having it. Your ass out here on that rat shit. Why I keep proving that I'm out here stacking shit? What you don't like this money I'm getting? Through the city, dipping, play after play, flip after flip. I don't even see why you trip. I ain't got time for no hoes. You know, work and the hustle shit. You should know how it go. Business first, what the fuck I'm on, and I come home when I finish. Why you thinking about some bitches? I'm out here thinking about some dishes. Low key somewhere counting the cut, setting up a rap for us to get out. So if I decide to bounce, what you gonna do? You need to get with it. Cause ain't the nigga that got to deal with it. Shit, I'm out here on a mission, bitch. You trippin'.
You did it, you did it, deal with it, deal with it, boy, you did it, you did it, deal with it, deal with it.
It's like loving you. Yeah, in the night, in the day, when I'm going in the way, it's like loving you. Yeah, in the night, in the day, when I'm going in the way, it's like loving you. In the night, in the day, when I'm going in the way, it's like loving you. Yeah, and you, yeah. In the night, in the day, when I'm going in the way, it's like loving you. Yeah, in the night, in the day, when I'm going in the way, it's like yeah, in the night, in the day, when I'm going in the way, Miss Cruz, do your lifetime still look blue? Miss Cruz, I write these words I speak to uplift moods. Miss Cruz, everything that I said was true. Yeah, I write these words despite the hurt you've been through. Life ain't fair, but it do got beauty. Love a drug we all be abusing. Can't lie, how I felt good inside when you gave me that love I needed and felt useless. Yeah, and nowadays the truth is, I know you heartbroken, clueless. And you don't wanna hear them excuses. Every man keep breaking your faith in Cupid.
Loving you, loving you, loving you, loving you,
Yeah. Even when your heart feel broken, it don't mean love ain't worth it. And even if your heart feel broken, it don't mean love worth closing. And when the doors ain't open, it don't mean your love ain't working. And if the door's still closing, I know somebody else gonna be worth it. Yeah, in the end, be assertive, youthful, beautiful, you the one I was choosing. Despite all the fights you've been through, we both had a life of confusion. And nowadays the truth is, we say the wrong words with loose lips. I know you heartbroken, but truth is, somebody gon' love everything that you is.
loving you, loving you. I'll be loving you, loving you. Said I love you, said I love you, loving you. Everybody, yeah. I said I'll always be said I love, said I love, baby. I'll be, said I'll always be love, love.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome
Come
back.
back, back, back.
Okay. Hey everybody, cousins, what's going on? I told y'all I was coming back with some great guests today. Y'all, if y'all can see, I got Ronson Hawkins and I got Serenity Taylor, honey. Let me tell y'all a little bit about my special guest, okay? Y'all have seen Ronson on BT, Peacock Prime, Apple TV. He does a voiceover, which we're gonna talk a little bit about that tonight, okay? He's a voiceover artist, an actor, on camera acting coach. We got a lot to dive in with you, Ronson. We got a lot to talk about. Okay, they call him Mr. Book the Room. Okay, I don't know about you, but that's a hell of a title. Okay, that's a hell of a title, Mr. Book the Room. And we also got the magnificent Serenity Taylor, CEO of Booked and Branded. I don't know about y'all,
Woo!
but the name Booked and Branded speaks for itself, okay? It speaks marketing to a T, okay? She's your business consultant and coaching, marketing queen of business, brand strategist, and just to level up your film industry, she's the queen to talk to, okay? So
Yeah.
I'm so happy to have both of y'all in the building today. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. We're excited to be here.
Of course, of course. So let's dive in. Okay, so let's dive in like Trey Songz is like to say. Now, how did Book and Branded begin? Like I want to start there. How we started with Book and Branded? And then I want to talk with Ronson, like, what's your involvement with Book and Branded?
Okay. It's simple. Ronson is one of my students, and so is his mom. Um, branded for me is come from marketing. Like like you said, everything has to deal with marketing, and so in order to make something work, it starts with the name. And when God gave me the, I won't say vision for it. He kind of gave me a tap on the shoulder as an addition to what I'm already doing because I've done other industries, but the film industry, I've just only been in it about 8 months. And so, in connecting with Ronson as one of my students, we were having a conversation. And right, Ronson, in the middle of the conversation, I was like, hey, what do you think about this? And then what do you think about this? And then his mom was listening in on the call, which she later became my student. What she does works well with what I do and what he do. And I was like, okay, we're gonna put all this together since I help people structure their business so that they can start to market online. You help them book the room, which is the part in the film industry that I need, and his mom gets them for representation readiness, which is the logistics, the legal aspect of it. It was just that was just end of it at that moment. Like this needs to be first because why are all three of us connected in the way that we are, and we all do something that is going to run the full machine? So I asked them about it, and they were like, "Yeah, just go on with it," and we started building from there.
Networking is everything.
Yeah,
I grew to learn that when I first started in the business. I was like, man, I gotta do everything on my own. Like I gotta be the cameraman, I gotta be the editor, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And I'm like, how is one person doing all of this for their business? There's no way. If there is no way, you need a team.
you you
A
can go
team.
fast by yourself because it's lightweight, it's just you. But when you're building a team, it's a little bit heavy. But if everybody carries their own weight, it's easier to get there because they're delegated to do different things. We all are great at different things, and when you piece those things together, it runs like a machine.
Oh, you speaking facts. Now,
Yeah.
Ronson, tell me how you fit up in booking Randy. What you do?
I help actors book the room. That's my thing. You know, I help actors reclaim their confidence with auditioning. You know how to be. I teach them how to be a working actor, and like I said, book the room. That's my thing. I'm the on camera acting coach. You know, I think in order to be a multifaceted, well rounded artist, you know, you have to all of the things that we offer is something that must encompass what you do. It's about how you carry yourself as a brand. It's about my mom's on the representation readiness. That's a big goal for a lot of actors is eventually they want to get signed. That should be the
Mm-hmm.
goal to where you want to get signed, to where you want to get represented, to where you want to connect with an agency that advocates for you, especially in this industry because you need that. And so, yeah, you want to get a hold of your brand and know where you fit and know who you are. You want to learn how to ready yourself for representation, and then most importantly, it's the craft. You want to know how to book
Mm.
work. You want to know how to have the skill. You want the training. You want all the tools to have longevity in this craft. And so, I've been blessed to, God has blessed me to have some experience and to do a little something over the years. And He also planted a seed in my heart to want to pour into the actors and teach, what I do know. And in the midst of that, it was the right moment. I was already a coach, but
Yeah.
everything happens for a reason. And I end up, me and Serenity ended up crossing paths, and it was fate, and we've been like this ever since. And then I
I
ended
know
up
that's
bringing my
right.
mom on, and mom ended up blossoming into her own, into her own thing, coming into her own after really building me as the archetype for so many years. Because people were like, I always say she's the CEO behind my whole thing and who I became and who I am. And so when people see me, a lot of people were like, well, we want that. And then she started coming to her own and connected with Serenity at the right time. So now, you know, we're here, booked and branded.
Booking Brandy. So, what's the process like if someone is like, okay, they just wake up today and like, you know what? I want to start acting. I want to get into the industry. Is there a process? Like, is it I got to get headshots first. I need
Hmm.
representation first. I need to
Hmm.
worry about how I'm marketing. Like, what's the game plan like?
So I can break it down to our audience. We all have a different target audience, right? And when they come in, they do a consultation with all of us. But during that consultation, we are evaluating where they would need to start first. So if I get someone that needs to start learning how to do monologues, self tapes, I will refer them to Ronson. They pay me for a consultation because I'm going to evaluate. But if I need to shift them to Ronson first, that's where they're going to go. Or if they need to come to me because they're ready to brand and market and get monetized, get paid, maybe start another business, or I'm helping them with their brand, and they're going to sit with me. But when they take the entry of the consultation, we ask them a budget. What is your budget? How much you're looking to invest into your career, not just to sit down with me,
Mm,
but your career, because we have a list of things on that intake form that's going to tell us what you need, and it's going to give us a blueprint where you can work. My students work with me either month to month, rarely, most of them every 90 days, because we do seasons, 4 seasons of the year. So it's like a year that we're investing to sit down and all three of us prepare them to get representation ready for an agency. Because marketing by yourself is hard. It's
yes,
very
sir.
hard and time consuming. You have to come up with what you want to market, how you're going to market. You have to figure out who you're putting in front of. And it's just too much for a person who's trying to build a brand. Their focus should be building the brand, investing in learning how to master the craft. You know what I'm saying? So they can take it on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And see, that's one thing I love. Like even since we met, and honestly, I'm like with you. Ever since we met, it's like this. From the moment we met, you began pouring into me, literally like jugs, just pouring. And it was like, okay, look, your marketing need to do this, you need to do that, or you just posting stuff. And I'm like, this woman a real deal. Like, I mean, marketing went up like what was it, 10% the first day. I was like,
And less than 24
okay,
hours.
she ain't playing no games, huh?
I said in less than 24 hours. Yeah, it did go up.
Less than 24 hours. That's amazing. I'm like, this lady ain't playing no games. Like, booking branding is where it's at. And I
The
like the
difference
fact,
is
again, that you're not just taking. Go ahead.
No, I was saying the difference is just consistency. When you know something works, you don't just put your foot in it today. You have to keep applying pressure every single day. Sometimes you may need to rev up and back off, but still put it in cruise control and still monitor because things change on a daily basis. Money loves speed, and social media is digital. So if
Mm,
yeah, if you're not seen, no one knows what you have going on. So you got to be consistent. Yeah.
yeah, it's so true. Now, and I love the fact that you're not just teaching them for the moment. You're putting seeds in them to continue. Like you
Yeah.
said, even if they need to open up a business,
Mhm.
you're planting seeds in them. And that's what it's about, planting those seeds so they can continue to take that into doing other things. And that's
Yeah,
one thing I love. It's all about planting those seeds and continue going forward.
yeah.
I love that. And
I
Rostin,
believe
speaking
in,
of, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I believe in legacy because I don't have children, but for those who do, because this is God has ordained me to be in this position. So
Amen.
He wants me to help other people flourish. So if you have children and you learn how to do your own, that's something to leave down to your children. You can't leave them a job. That's not going to work. They're not going to hire your children. If you
Mm-hmm.
learn skill sets and trade sets and structure it to where you can have an LLC or an S corp, then you can leave that down, and that's the part that I like playing in what I do. Yeah,
Mm. Now, well, I want to ask Ronson. Now I saw that you got an award. We were talking a little bit about this behind stage because during my whole pregnancy with my daughter, I watched Grey's Anatomy. I don't know my Grey's Anatomy fans out there. And I love me some Dr. Bailey. And I saw you got an award for or a scholarship from Dr. Bailey.
Yeah,
So tell me how you got that. Like, how did that come about?
yeah. Like we were talking about backstage. I went to the high school for the performing and visual arts, which is a very elite, top liberal arts high school in Houston. Like I was, describing to you, it's like Fame, like the show Fame, or you walk in, like I said, you see someone playing a cello, upright bass, and you go down the hall and there's dancers doing a combination, and then You could see a guy with us walking through the hallway with a saxophone, and you see an artist walking with their whole 3D
That's
sculpture just through the
crazy.
halls. It was like the X Men, but for the creative arts. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got the bulk of my training and everything of who I am today from the training that I got from that school.
Mm.
Um, and so yeah, Chandra Wilson graduated from that high school as well. And so every year she would do this thing where she had a scholarship foundation. She has it called the Sir Moonjoy Scholarship Foundation. And every year she would come back to the theater department, which is she was a theater student, theater major, and she would audition to graduating seniors. And so that year, the year 2017, that's when I graduated from HSPVA. She had made notice to the theater department that she was auditioning students. And so you could like apply or say that you wanted to audition. And I wasn't going to. But my mom and my dad were like, "You're crazy if you don't do this. Like you're gonna do it." They didn't give me a choice. They're like, "You're gonna do it." Because like I told you, I'm a recovering self sabotage. I used to self sabotage a lot.
We all
Because
do.
I didn't really know my true essence. It's something about being fearful of the power that you really possess, and it's a weird thing, but it's the truth. And so, I just self sabotaged myself, and my parents didn't let me. And I auditioned, and I'll never forget it. I auditioned against like four of my most talented friends in the school, and yeah, I did the audition, and then during graduation was when they were going to give the awards, and I'll never forget. They called my name first, and
Wow.
I freaked out. I went up there, and she looked me in my eye, and she was like, "You won that." She gave me a great tool as an actor, which I always tell all my students. You know, you have to be able to work with a director, and you have to be coachable. And she told me that's why I got the scholarship. Because I never forget, she made me do the monologue. We had to do a monologue, and we had to sing 16 bars of a song. Because I was a musical theater major, so we had to do
What
16 bars.
song you
We had to
sing?
do. I sang "We Are a Family." I think I sang "We Are a Family." We are a family like a giant tree. That one.
Okay,
So
Dream
I
Girls.
sang,
Okay.
yeah. So I sang that, and I did a monologue, and she made me do the monologue again. She was like, "All right, well, can you do it this time?" She gave me direction. She gave me notes, and I took it, and I was able to adapt. And so when I literally went up there to shake her hand to get and she hugged me and shook my hand, and she said, "You got this because you were able to take direction." And I'll never forget that. And years later, when they moved to the new school, because I was the last class to be in the old campus, they moved downtown to the new campus, downtown Houston. Years later, my godmother was working there, and she was like, "Chandra's up here, Chandra's up here." And so me and my mom are like, "We got to go up there." And I caught her. And by that time, I had graduated. I went on to college. I had racked up film credits. I was SAG eligible. And I was able to show her everything that I'd done to tell her,
Wow.
"Hey, your scholarship was not in vain. This is what I've gone on to do." And she was like, "Yeah, you deserve to be wherever you go. Like, you're ready." And so, yeah, I've been going hard ever since.
I know that felt good.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. It did.
Even my dog agreed. My dog came out way out the back
So
because
that's
he wasn't
like,
nowhere up
yeah,
here.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we hear
you got a standing ovation from the dog.
you.
Hey,
Okay.
listen, that's all I need.
A
Listen,
paw ovation. A
A
dog show
paw
pop
some
ovation.
applause.
love.
Okay. So but you mentioned you got a SAG award or a SAG actor?
SAG eligible, yes.
SAG eligible. Okay, educate me. Educate me. What does that mean?
So SAG stands for Screen Actors Guild. It's basically like the union for it's basically like the union for professional actors. It's like you're a professional actor. When you're in SAG, when you're SAG eligible or a part of the, you know, Screen Actors Guild. So yeah, like the ABC, the
Oh.
NBC, like all of the major network shows. When you do enough of those, you're eligible to be a part of the union. So yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Be a big
Congrats.
deal.
I saw that, but I was like, and I've seen that before, and I'm like, what exactly like is that? So I'm glad you broke it down, kept it real and raw. I always keep it real with my fans. I know somebody else out there don't know neither. So thanks for bringing the facts. Okay.
No problem. No problem.
Now, another question I want to ask is I saw that you are is it an anime is it anime voiceover or just character of voiceover?
Voiceover actor just in general. But
Okay, now
I've done anime, I've done different, commercials. I've done all that type of voice work.
oh
So,
yeah, because I saw one of your commercials and had me too tickled. The one where you was the hot dog and you was
oh,
dancing with that lady.
and that was
I
just a
was
commercial. I wasn't
cracking
even
up.
doing voiceover for that one. That was just a commercial. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that
for
was funny.
Dole. Yeah, it was for Dole, the juice company. Yeah, yeah.
That was funny. And then yeah, the dole one with the pineapple. Now that was funny too. I said, now look, that had me tickled. Now, is it harder doing voiceover? Because when I think of voiceover, right, I don't think that anybody can see you, right? It's just you're in the studio, you're in a booth, and you're being the character. But versus when you're acting more so, you're on the screen, like they can see you, right? So, which one you think like which one is harder or it takes more effort?
Um, the funny thing about voiceover work is it's no holds barred. Like when I'm in the booth, I can look crazy. I can look like whatever I want in order to get the sound that I need. Um,
Mm,
when I was doing a lot of anime, there's a lot of screams, it's a lot of yells, it's a lot of grunts, it's a lot of roars, it's a lot of just all of these intense emotions. And so there's no cameras, no one can see me, so I can give everything that I need. So it's easier. It's more intimate. It's very much so more intimate than like being in front of the camera, and people's eyes are on you, and you're very conscious of that. But yeah, when I'm in the booth, oh, it's this like, oh, I love it. It's this focus that I have because it's just
mm,
you, and you're looking at this screen that has the animation running. So it's me. There's a screen with the animation running, and on the side of that screen there's a timestamp, and I have to follow the timestamp and make sure that I match my lips with the animation running. And so it's a lot of focus that is
yeah.
required. But I love it. It's easier to me, or it's more intimate to me than being on the screen. It's more freeing. I love it. Yeah.
See, I couldn't. I don't know. That's a little bit more work. It seemed like because I'm thinking when I see the chipmunks, everybody has tried the chipmunk voice, and I know me, I'll be like, okay, no, I don't like that one. Let's try again from the top, like,
They got directors. They have
like,
directors. They have. I definitely have to get directed in the booth. When I've auditioned for certain things, I had to be directed. Like I got a chance to audition for it was a it was Justice League. And I got a chance to audition for Black Lightning's son, Thunder. And this was in the beginning phase of I could still see the animation. Like they hadn't even colored the animation yet. It was like the drawings. And the ADR director was like coaching me. Like he was like coaching me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you do still have to get coached, and it is one of the things where I have to do multiple takes. But once you hit it, you once you find the right spot, you're good to go. So yeah, yeah, yeah.
now I want to ask another question when it comes with book and branded. But before we even go into book and branded really deep, y'all, I really want y'all to be focused. So not you guys, but I want our audience to be focused. So I want y'all to go get a refill on your drink. Because we about to get some marketing details from the expert, Mr. Randy. We got Mr. Book the Room in the building, and now we about to get to the meat and potatoes. Okay, so we're gonna take a really quick commercial break. We're gonna come back and y'all, we're gonna get in the grind in the game and we're gonna get focused because we're gonna catch up to speed with what's going on with booked and branded. So stay tuned, we'll be right back.
I live my days in sin. I pray to God within. I know it's time to win. I run it like again. Scooter is the realest. Scooter is the trillest. Get up out your feeling. Need
Chef Scooter cook it up. Chef Scooter whip it up. Chef Scooter turn it up. You bout to get it up. Chef Scooter, Chef Scooter, Chef Scooter. Hey. I live my days in sin. I pray to God within. I know it's time to win. I run it like begin. Scooter is the realest. Scooter is the trillest. Get up out your feeling. Need to go get some healing.
Papa, you crazy for this one.
I told him stop, we bring them heaters. Little bitches hitting real hard like some speakers. You need some saving? Go find a preacher. Cause we all kicking in, ain't no leeches. Lil' mama bad, she a eater. She stick by a nigga, love how I treat her. I move them bags on my leisure. Flooded AP, bitch, new freezer. Yeah, I swear it's really going up. Top model bitches all tryna fuck. Them basic hoes, so you know I'm gon' duck. She extravagant, she ain't getting fucked, no sir. Let's link up in the mansion. Bring some homies, got some friends that brought them bands in. Caught lacking, I ain't tryna chance it. I ain't Nick, but I'm walking with the cannon, yeah. Shorty bad, I'm tryna splurge. Send her ass to the doctor, fix her curves. I got your back, yeah, girl, that's my word. Once I have my way, girl, you can swerve. I tell you stop, we bring them heaters. Little bitches hitting real hard like some speakers. You need some saving? Go find a preacher. Cause we all kicking in, ain't no leeches. Lil' mama bad, she a eater. She stick by a nigga, love how I treat her. I move them bags on my leisure. Flooded AP, bitch, new freezer. Yeah, real trap nigga skrill. On God, no, they don't worth the mill. Big house and it's sitting on the hill. I pay them boxes just like Shaquille, yes sir. Just drop the whole load off. I ain't never had shit, so I show up. Double dollar bitch, yup, that's my road dog. If I ain't got my gun, you getting stolen, yeah. I ain't in the wasted time, what you tryna do? She went to stripping on her clothes on her designer shoes. Grabbed her by her neck and let her see my family juice. Now she tryna take a family cruise. I told her stop, we bring them heaters. Little bitches hitting real hard like some speakers. You need some saving? Go find a preacher. Cause we all kicking in, ain't no leeches. Lil' mama bad, she a eater. She stick by a nigga, love how I treat her. I move them bags on my leisure. Flooded
Understand I'ma be right there for you. Understand I'ma be right there for you. Dead or alive, I'ma be right there for you. Understand I'ma be right there for you. I had to shed tears on this one. Best believe I'ma paint the city red behind this one. Real nigga, why you pull a trigger on this one? A moment of silence for the dead, we lost a real one. Yeah, smoke up in the city like a vapor. Home run up on me, I may cut me her maker. Big bro, taught me 35 ways to get some paper. And it's middle finger to you motherfucking haters. OG status, since he was a young nigga, say. Real in that field since he was a young nigga, say. Been on go since he was a young nigga. Did them 17 years and he stayed solid like a real nigga. Loyalty, what he stood on. Started fucking with this roach ass sad alley bitch. When he came home, blindsided cause it was his baby mama. Shiesty hoe, can't trust these hoes, say these hoes will get you killed, bro. Understand I'ma be right there for you. Understand I'ma be right there for you. Dead or alive, I'ma be right there for you. Understand I'ma be right there for you. Standing on this whole head like I'm standing on business. Got a 30 round drum and I'ma shoot it to its empty. Since you been gone, I've been feeling kinda empty. I'm just grieving right now, but I'm not looking for no sympathy. Life gon' keep going, you hoes ain't stopping up, you understand? I'm a rapper, but I'm still a gorilla, yeah, you understand? Lady life been feeling kinda creepy. Big bro got so much street credit, get you gone for the freebie. Dirty feet, friendly pussy, slut bucket, bitch, we call it red flag. Big bro, you should've known better the way you rock that red flag. I couldn't believe my eyes when I seen them people put you out in that body bag. Damn, my nigga, I'm talking about a body bag. Fuck me up, I viewed your body. That shit made me gag. You was covered from your head to your ankles. First thing I seen was a motherfucking toe tag. Understand I'ma be right there for you. Understand I'ma be right there for you. Dead or alive, I'ma be right there for you. Understand I'ma be right there for you. I'm so raw in, uncut, and they know. And they know.
Schaefer, that's a hit.
For real. I'm so raw in, uncut, and they know. And I'm blessed from the tip of my head to my toes. This here's the real raw. Let's talk. Show. And if you wanna learn some, sit back and listen to me flow. If it's about some money, let's talk about it. If it can change the world, let's talk about it. If you're an entrepreneur, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If it's about some money, let's talk about it. If it can change the world, let's talk about it. If you're an entrepreneur, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hickory dickory dot. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 12. It's a new day, it's time to turn it up a notch. Turn it up. Hickory dickory dot. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 12. It's a new day, it's time to turn this bitch up a notch. I was created to be what they can't be. These hoes so worrisome like some gum at the bottom of my feet. Bitch, get the fuck up off of me. Dragging these hoes through the dirt and the concrete. Anything it takes to get a bum bitch up off of me. I told her hating hoe on a TV screen. It's the only way she gon' see me. It's 2024 and it's a new wave. I got 365 days just to get paid. It's time to cut these hating hoes off. Like a fresh fade, get to a bag. I can do this shit like Ari Reed. I'm so raw in, uncut, and they know. And I'm blessed from the tip of my head to my toes. This here's the real raw. Let's talk. Show. And if you wanna learn some, sit back and listen to me flow. If it's about some money, let's talk about it. If it can change the world, let's talk about it. If you're an entrepreneur, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If it's about some money, let's talk about it. If it can change the world, let's talk about it. If you're an entrepreneur, let's talk about it. I'm so raw in, uncut, and they know. And I'm blessed from the tip of my head to my toes.
We are back. I gotta get another welcome back song.
Welcome back. That's a classic.
It's a classic, but the notes don't be hitting it for me.
Welcome back.
Y'all, I'm gonna have to get another welcome back song for y'all because I just the notes ain't there. It sound better in the shower though. It sound better in the shower though. Okay, y'all, we are back with the most special guest that I got, y'all. Serenity Taylor and Ronson Hawkins. We are talking to all things I was gonna say Boston branded. I kind of like that too. Okay,
Because Boston
booked and branded because I got a boss in the building. Okay, y'all, we about to talk all things booked and branded. So I hope you got your pen. I hope you got your paper because we finna talk marketing. We finna talk all things to not only get you in a successful place, but how you can get involved with book and branded. Okay. And not only that, but we also gonna talk some more with Ronson because we need to know how we need to approach a room. Ain't that right, Ronson?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, because it's important. Okay. Now first, let's
Absolutely.
talk all things book and branded. So let's talk about what are some things that Book and Branded offer. So let's talk about that, Serenity.
we offer a boatload of stuff.
Dude.
We offer we offer verified casting calls. I'm gonna start there because one of the reasons why I wanted to create the community was to be a resource hub, a place where they can come and they can find things and they don't have to go out and search. Because if you're on social media and you're trying to run a brand, but then you're trying to find what you're looking for, you're confused in the direction of where you should be. So if you can go into what I call a library, which is a Facebook private community where those resources are there, you just go there and pull them. I'm reaching out to the casting managers, directors, whoever is putting that on, and I'm getting the accurate information as far as what is required, if it's paid, if it's not, local, if it's local, if it's out of state. So we go back and let them know what they need by just dropping that into the community. That's one of the main things. The second thing is audition prep and coaching sessions, which is what Ronson helped them do to book the room. And then his mom, Rhonda, she does legal representation, which is representation readiness, and it's a structure. All of us prepare you for what you need so that you can get booked, so that you can be branded on out. Another thing that we offer, I'm looking at my list, so give me a second. Business structure, PR strategies, because I do have a social media management company, Boss Up Consulting. And with that company, I do graphic designs, websites, logos, you name it. The ultimate goal is to have global opportunities, not just locally in Houston, where our hub is, but we welcome anybody from anywhere that is willing to come to Houston to take advantage of anything that we offer in person. But majority of our services are virtual, so that's why it's accessible globally. And there you have it.
Y'all, all the resources are going to be available. You also can re-watch this live, but we're definitely going to be tagging booked and branded in the live, and we're also going to be putting those websites here so you guys can go visit her website as well as the hub. There's a whole community, guys. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't know where else you can find everything you need from beginning to end. And when I say that, it's y'all, you all are the full package. I mean, you have the coaching, you have the resume ready, you got the clothing ready. All you
Hmm.
have to do is put in the effort and put and invest in yourself when it comes to book and branding. And that's a big deal. All you have to do is apply yourself, and that's it. Invest in yourself, and they take on the rest from there. So
I want
let's
to
talk.
speak a little bit on when you talked about as far as like the headshots and things like that. So we go a little bit deeper as far as we look at your headshots and tell you what poses look good for you or what you're wearing if that works for you, your hair, your makeup, all of that, so you can go and be 100% when you're presenting your portfolio. We'll sit on a virtual consultation with you, a Google Meet, and look at the clothing that you have and help you pick out outfits for when you're going to go and shoot. So it's a little bit more extensive. We don't just tell you what to do. We actually walk through the process with you and help you choose based on what makes you comfortable and what we know as professionals is going to work for you.
And I love that because it's more personable,
Yeah.
right? It's like walking into, it's like having your own Jeffrey. Like, your virtual Jeffrey. Jeffrey gets everything, from beginning to end. And you guys definitely do that. Again, like you said, it's not just, telling you what to do. Nah, we looking in your closet. What you plan on wearing? Does that match this? Is this what you're going for?
Right.
Is that the hairstyle you're going for? Is this the make down to the makeup? I was
Hmm.
shocked when I was on the call, and Ronson, your mom brought that up, and she was like, "We go, what's the makeup? We have the makeup on hand, and this." And I'm like, "They even go down to the makeup, like
Yeah,
that." That there shows the dedication that you guys put in and how serious you are in putting actors and actresses in position. That says a lot. That says a lot. Book and branded is nothing to be played with. I'm standing on business. They ain't nothing to be
not
played
at
with.
all.
Not at all.
One stop
Okay.
shop.
Well, it really is a one stop shop, like for everything. And I want to emphasize on marketing because I don't think people really understand deep how deep rooted marketing is so important. It's not just you taking a picture and putting yourself out there. It's not just putting your logo everywhere. It's a method. It is a method to the madness, y'all. And I
Mhm.
love the fact that you guys really talk. Serenity, you actually go a lot deeper than the average Joe in marketing.
I
And
do.
so I want to talk about your experiences in marketing and where does that come from?
I do have a degree in marketing, but when it comes to social media marketing, that's a whole new world. And what got me into it is I was working a 9 to 5 and I was looking for extra, money to start the business that I'm working now because you got to start somewhere. So in doing that, Facebook allowed you to market for free. We don't have to pay for an account, right? We don't have to pay to join a group, unless you're in a group where they're charging. They do that. But we don't have to pay for it. So I'm like, okay, I have a free space to advertise myself. The only thing I need to focus on is putting myself in front of the right people and putting the right information because it's what they're attracted to. I started to study behavioral interests of people who were interested in what I was offering that would teach me how to be able to approach them. And then instead of approaching them, I learned the method of allowing them to come to me just by fading it out there for what they need, studying the audience and things like that. But before you market online, the most important thing is to be legal, to be structured. I don't care if it's a DBA, an LLC, an S corp. You cannot market if you don't own the logo you're marketing, the trademark, the name, because you could be marketing somebody else's business. So that's what I learned when I started in affiliate marketing, and then I did multi-level marketing, and then I just said, let me start my own business from scratch. And I've had a couple, but this is the one that has been the most productive and the most profitable, I believe, because I'm in love with what I do. I don't just wake up and just be like, I'm going to do this. I strategize. It's about numbers for me, it's about statistics for me, and I know what works, and I'm always going to stick with what works. Sometimes in marketing, people get frustrated because they don't get results. If you're not investing in
Yeah.
ads, it's not going to come as fast. But if you're doing your own personal marketing, that's going to take some time. And Ronson can share with you, it builds and then it picks up because money loves speed.
Okay. Now, I want to know like how important, or could you let our audience know, from your perspective, Serenity, on how important it is to make an impression. And then when Ronson come back, I want him to talk about how important is it to leave an impression and what kind of impression you want to leave. Ronson, I
Yeah.
was telling Serenity I wanted her to speak on about how much is important, if I can get it out, how important it is to have um to make an impression, and I want you to speak on how important it is to leave that impression.
That's
Yeah.
great.
That's what I said. That's good because either or will work for me. But how important it is to make an impression is your first impression is everlasting. That's the first thing. What people see and notice about you from the start, your presence, which is why I believe in being authentically myself, because I may not have a chance to do a do over. Also, the impression that you make when it's long lasting, it actually will seal the deal for whatever it is that you're looking for. I'll even give an example when we first met. And I was researching online and I found you, reached out to you, and boom, we're on a Google Meet. That was the first impression. Look where we are. So that's my answer to that. It has to be long lasting, like unforgettable, but it has to be genuine, rooted in transparency and truth, and
Yes.
just basically an even exchange, as I've often said in our conversations, because both of us are benefiting from that connection. So it's very important.
I definitely agree. Like you said, your first impression is a lasting
Yeah,
impression. I'm one of those people. If you walk up the wrong way, it's kind of like now I'm always gonna think that you
it's
have
memorable.
that.
Yeah,
Right. I'm always think you have an attitude or something's wrong, something going on. It's kind of to the point where you see people and they have the scrunched up face. You automatically know they're having a bad day. I'm not
yeah.
even finna mess with them that day. It leaves an impression. So
I
again, Ronson.
I do. The reason why I do, because my impression on them is going to be everlasting. So if they're in a bad place and I change that with my energy, it shifts the atmosphere. So it could go either way. They could have a bad day,
That's true.
but if I leave a good impression on you, you're going to be like, oh man, I was feeling so bad, but then she said something that made me shift my perspective. I do that with my students and clients because they're in their head all the time.
Mm. Come
Mhm.
on, shout, send some tea. Okay. And Ronson, how is it important, to to leave that impression and what you're leaving?
I think it's leaving the impression is sort of like it goes back to my idea of booking the room. It's leaving the it's what for that moment. What are you going to give to them, like for that moment? What? How are you going to illuminate what's inside of you? How are you going to let that shine? Because yeah, the first, you get the moment to make that first impression. But I tell my students all the time, the whole thing about booking the room is people are also often focused on booking the job. They're focused on
Mm,
on the outcome, and I tell them that's not what you need to focus on because that's control the controllables. You can't control whether or not you're right for the job because there's so many arbitrary reasons in this industry why you may not get the job. I've not gotten jobs before because I was short. I wasn't tall enough. I've gotten jobs because I looked too young. I mean, I've not gotten jobs because I looked too young. And so, it's when I shifted my mindset to because at a certain point, me focusing so much on the uncontrollable, when I would get in the room, I would fumble the making the impression that I needed to make. I would fumble being able to
mm,
show my authenticity because I was thinking so much. I was so in my
Yeah.
head. So I couldn't just focus on being me. I was too focused on being what I
mm.
thought they needed me to be in order to get the job.
That's good.
You
And
is
so
talking.
that's when I had to realize there was an actor friend of mine, and he, man, how am I forgetting his name? But he Don is his name, and he, an actor, and we had been DMing, and he's done a lot of stuff. Oh, Carrington, Donnie Carrington. He's been on BET Plus. He was on first season of All the Queen's Men. He's on BMF right now. I think he was in part of the season finale of the most recent season. He's done a lot. Stuntman. He's done a lot. Fright Night with Samuel Jackson. He's just done a lot. But when I first started in my career, he DM'd me when I first started in film, or I DM'd him. It was like, I'm a fan, yada yada. And it was one of those things where I was speaking into existence. I was like, I love your work and I admire your work. Like, what is it? How do you move through this industry like this? And he said it. He said, your focus is to book the casting director, not the job. You book the casting director, then they'll keep you in mind because you've made an impression on them. They'll keep you in
Mm,
mind for the job that's right for you. So that's why I always tell my students that's the origin of where that came from. It was book the casting director, but then I realized it's not just the casting director in the room. It's casting. You have the EPs, you have the showrunner, you have these people that are in the room. If you book that room and you show them that you can live truthfully under the circumstances that they present to you with this script or this audition, then they're not going to forget you. They're not going to forget you. So they're going to say, "Oh, well, Ronson's too. He's not tall enough for this." But I mean, we are running season two, and season two there's this guest star, this co-star, under five co-star that Ronson fits these specs. Hey, can we request Ronson? Let's ask him to send in a tape, and that's it. And so now you've made an impression, and you've
Mm.
left an impression, and that's it. Yeah.
You've left
Now
the first
you
impression that's
okay?
memorable.
You said a whole mouthful. Okay, I never thought of it like that. Booking, instead of looking at booking the job, you're looking at booking the people, basically, like leaving that impression on them, and controlling the controllables. Like that's major.
Yeah,
No.
because if
Yeah.
they're focused on the job, like let's just say not even in the acting industry, but if you're just focused on a job, I'm gonna go apply for this job and I don't get it. You're gonna be upset with yourself that you didn't get it. What we teach you in our community is to pay attention to the mistakes that you made because that's gonna lead you to the success. If you don't fail, you won't succeed.
That's true.
It's
Failure
that,
is
yeah.
needed.
It's literally that. It's teaching you, it's systems. It's if you don't evaluate where you went wrong, then you won't know.
You
Like,
can't dominate.
you can't dominate if you don't evaluate the errors. A person who doesn't evaluate their errors doesn't want to succeed. You have to
Right.
evaluate the errors. You have to evaluate where you went wrong, because that's how you know.
Get
And
better. Yeah.
it literally, that's kind of like how that's how Serenity taught me. It's building these systems, and it's having this moment where you evaluate your errors. And you're like, okay, well, what could I have done better? And it's always focusing on the plan and the routine. A
Yes.
lot of times people, and they will tell people, don't focus on the uncontrollables, focus on the controllables. But are you controlling the controllables? Do you have a
Yeah.
system in
Mm.
place? Are
Yeah.
you pushing towards automation? And that's in business, but in acting, it's, are you training?
Yeah.
Are you going to class? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Are you auditioning?
Not
Are you
even just
sharpening?
players, but even outside of that, what are you investing into your time into your brand that's going to add more to that? Are you talking about what you're doing? Are you capturing behind the scenes, so that you can be able to market? Are you networking? Are you showing up in places and spaces where doors can open for you? It's more than just that.
If you're not doing those things, then, like I was telling an actor earlier, you're not gaining an edge. Like, even going back to leaving that impression, you know, things can change. Serenity's energy has changed my whole outlook on what it means to be an entrepreneur. It's a change. It's a shift, but she left an impression with me, and it goes back to, tell the same thing to my actors. It's about leaving an impression. There was a show called The Chosen. It's a biblical show, and I remember I sent in a self tape for it 2 years ago, and my agents hit me back for season six not too long ago this year from a self tape that was 2 years ago, being like, "Hey, we want to
Wow.
pin you." Right? I didn't get it because it was between me and another actor. But to get pinned from a self tape I sent in years ago meant that I left a lasting impression. And it's
Mm-hmm.
about leaving an impression in business. It's about leaving an impression in the craft. But Serenity is really kind of embedded the cornerstone of leaving an impression in business, and leaving an impression in your thought process and how you build a system. Because once you build a system, you're going to continue to leave impressions everywhere. How she left an impression with me. It is a masterclass on branding. The way that I found Serenity was, she had posted one of my clips from one of my movies, and I'm like, and she was showing continuous love. I'm like, who is this? And then we followed each other, and the rest was history. She left an impression. She left a lasting impression
That
on
was
me,
She definitely
and it was
does.
literally history. It was that was history. It's literally been like that ever since.
It's
Look, I
called
know I'm gonna have the same rapport.
It's called
I know I'm gonna have
planting
the same
seeds,
rapport.
guys. It's called planting seeds. If you're here and you're living in purpose, you have your blueprint of what you need. I have mine, Ronson has his, and I want to piggyback off of what he just said. It's more than just leaving that impression, it's also being in alignment and being ready and being prepared, which is where the systems come from. So if your systems are not in place, what I'll tell you, Ronson, if you build it,
They
they
will
will come.
come. That's been the cornerstone of
Mm.
everything. She says,
You
if you
build
build it, they will come. And that's what we've built, a well oiled machine and a system to where if you come and you build it, you take from us and you build, then the agents are gonna come. It's so amazing how it's a trickle effect. If you build your brand, you get engagement, you become one with the algorithm that Serenity teaches you. You
Yep.
start to build an audience. You know what I'm saying? And then from then you go on to you come and work with me. You get the tools, you get the training, you match that with knowing who your brand is and knowing what you do. And then
Right.
guess what? By that time you've built a resume, you've built your brand. Agents are going to be knocking your door down because you've built it, and now they're coming. And now all you have
Mm-hmm.
to do is go to my mom, know what it means to get a good headshot, know what it means. Go to Serenity, know what it means to have a very well put
Resume.
together resume,
Yeah.
and know how long your reel needs to be. And next thing you know, you're good to go,
You're in some films.
just
Because a
like
part
this.
of it is that they lack information. They do what they know until they know to do different. And so we
Mm.
want to make sure that when you come in here, what you don't know or what you thought you knew, we're going to help you unlearn and relearn and master that. Because there's a lot of people, I'm just going to do it my way. Well, where has that gotten you? How is that helping you so far? If it hasn't gotten you anywhere, it may be time to sit down and say, I need some help because we're just literally going to show you a mirror of what you're doing. But in that mirror, it's not going to be the right things. It's going to be, okay, you need to adjust here, you need to adjust here, you need to adjust here. It can get overwhelming if you're not ready. We understand that because we are not going to force you to do it. You have to be a willing participant to be aware, to take accountability so you can be assertive on that journey.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was just asking, we were talking behind stage, y'all, because Ronson, I was asking you a question. Like, Ronson, you're only, I'm 30 plus, we ain't gonna talk about it, but
Don't even ask
you're
my
10
age.
years younger than me. We'll say that. You're
Don't.
10 years younger than me. And I've had people who are older than me who have tested me and be like, you don't know what you're talking about, you know? And so, again, we keep it real and raw. So, my really raw question for you for tonight, do you ever get where people are like, because I've seen on your page where you talked about how you coach everyone, like young, old, doesn't matter, seasoned, doesn't matter. And I even saw a video, shout out to Tyrone Betters, that's my boy right there. And he was
Tyrone.
giving Tyrone, boy, stay fly. Um, but he was giving you praises. Because he was talking about how like you had shape, you know, you were shaping him and things like that into being a better actor. And so I was like, wow, he's younger than Tyrone. So do you ever get where people are like, oh, this young buck can't teach me nothing, or you know, like I'm too seasoned to be. Do you ever get that in this film industry?
That's what my mom said on camera. She said, and she said it, and it's true. They don't come to me. They don't come to me. People who feel like that, they don't come to me. So I'm blessed. Like I said earlier, I'm blessed to have worked with people who are always open to wanting to learn from me because
That's
they
good.
see the value that I offer. Like Serenity always tells me, the last couple of months have been a shift in me realizing the worth that I have. And she tell me this, and when she would tell me, it would happen in front of my face. And it was even before then, where it was like I said, there are people that they are. A lot of people want. There's something in you that they want, but they don't want to get it from you because they don't
Nope.
want to give you the satisfaction that they have to go to
Mm,
you to get it. It's pride, it's ego.
it's
Because
ego.
it makes them look in the mirror
Yeah,
because it's not about age. It is about experience and the wisdom that you learn with the experience. His mother started him at a very young age, so he's been mastering from the start of that versus someone who starts at 13 or someone who starts at 21. Your teacher doesn't have to be older than you. Definitely can be younger because of wisdom and experience, and he has that. I tell him all the time.
I started at the age of
Yes.
10. I started in public speaking at the age of 10 years old.
Yeah.
And from that moment, the third grade, yeah, it was the third grade. I did my first musical in the fifth grade, fourth grade, and I've been going ever since. So I've been performing from when I was a kid in a suit, a little kid. You go to YouTube and you type up Bronson Hawkins, you see me there in a suit talking, doing this Martin Luther King speech in front of these people that
Hmm.
I wrote with my debate coach. and won competitions out of a bunch of schools, was on Good Morning America. I did all these things. And so I'm blessed to be able to give, to be able to give. And Serenity's helped me even with that confidence because, you can have the insecurities of when I first started coaching. I'm like, man, I got OGs coming to me wanting to learn. When people see, building that will come, I've been building and people come and if they want knowledge from me. So I don't even have time to think about the people who are letting their egos get in the way and who
Tell it,
don't want to
tell
learn
it.
from me. I don't have time. We miss already talk about that all the time. We don't have time. You build it, they'll come. They understand, they know. It's about the people who do value you. Because guess what? The people who do
Yeah,
value what we're doing, they're gonna book. People who
Yep.
work with me, they're gonna get pinned. I always tell actors, if you're not getting a 10%, if you're not getting a 10% callback, pin, or veil check rate on your self tapes and your auditions, come holler at me.
Come
That's it.
on,
That's all.
y'all.
Yeah.
Bronson spitting the
the
facts.
only difference is timing because if they don't work with him now, they'll work with him later. The price is just going to be
The
different.
price is gonna be up going up.
That's why I
Period.
love Serenity. That part, she says it all the
It's
time.
facts
It's the pro.
though.
It's that part. People don't understand. Serenity's a
Okay.
big timing person. Serenity's a big timing person. She's taught me the beauty of timing. Delay doesn't mean denial. It just means that there's a specific time in a season to reap what you've sown.
That's a
Um,
God fearing woman right there. Yes, Lord.
what? That's the cornerstone of what we do is faith. It's built on that. That was another reason why me and my mom and her we all work well together because it's the source from where we create, from where we move. It has to be that way, especially in this industry.
Yeah,
Has
Yes.
to be that way. Has
he's
to be.
definitely in the center for
Tell
sure.
your mom I said amen. I hear her in the background over there.
I
There we
told her
go. There we go. Yeah.
hi. Talk about her.
I hear her over there. I want to give a shout out to you guys' listeners in the comments. They
Oh yeah,
definitely been flooding in. Relentless has been in the chat. Rico Hayes says definitely
Recall.
deserve to be wherever you go. This was at the beginning of our show. Rico also came back and said virtually Jeffrey, aka Miss Serenity. He said I'll be sure to book a consultation soon because I'm in need of most of those services. Love it and ready to invest in myself. Yes, that's definitely
that's what we
Miss
want to
what
hear.
Recall
what Miss
is Miss
May.
Recall is one of our stu. She's a part of our group. Amazing, inspiring model, inspiring actress, voice actress. So yeah, she's dope. So I told her to come in because I was like, Serenity is dropping some gems. I said you don't want to miss it, and so she's here. So
That's right. Yesterday's price is
Okay.
not today's price.
oh yeah, no, it's not.
See, see, the actress is not playing. She said, "Tell you guys, hey." She said, "Love Ronson. So proud of him and his growth these past few months. Knowing his worth. Let's
See,
go.
yeah,
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Hey, man, girl, you right. They gonna come around one way or the other.
we
That
constantly
is
add
for sure.
we constantly add value. And me and Ronson and his mom always talking when we're working with someone, what is the next level that they're going to go to? It's not about you guys paying us, it's about you investing in yourself and using us as a tool. That's what's gonna get you where you gotta go. So
Mm-hmm. Definitely investing in yourself. Y'all,
mhm.
before we catch a quick commercial break, I want to we want to show you a little bit more of Ronson and what he's been doing. And we got some reels to show. We want to show a little reels of a little bit of here and there, what Ronson has, acting journey, what he has been doing, just a little snippet. Because we know he's been in far more things and has more greatness. And when we come back from our visual, we'll come back and we're gonna talk about this ebook you got going on, and I definitely want to talk about how the three things about booking the room. So we definitely going to talk about that with Mr. Ronson when we get back. More Serenity Taylor, but first let's jump into this reel. So y'all stay tuned. Let's check out Ronson.
Trip to the Maroney Theater. Leon, is there a station that you like?
Not yet.
Just pick one and sit down.
You guys forget so easy. Do you remember Mrs. Rosen? Mr. Matthews? Where are they now? Hmm? Not here. Why? But why should we get excited about any of this when you're just gonna leave?
Leon, did you forget about school today?
No, Mr. Griffin.
What's going on? Hmm?
Hey, go finish playing, okay?
Where's your mom?
She can't miss a shift. And daycare won't take Kiana because she has a cold.
So you have to take care of your sister every time your mom doesn't have childcare? Hey.
So what do you got for me?
So we got a missing person, African-American male, 38 years old, and his name is Michael Harris. His wife called and said that he hasn't come home in 2 days.
2 days? How does she know he's missing? Sure he didn't just leave her?
She said it's not like him to not come home. And they had a flight scheduled for Atlanta.
Why has this been given to us and not DPD?
Well, here's the thing. She's the district attorney's daughter. And they requested us specifically.
This should be interesting.
What? Here. Look, I was just coming up here to ask if you guys have our phones. Do you guys have our phones?
Do it look like we have your phones?
No, it's because
Do it look like we have your phones?
No, but it's because we can't find them.
Well, go find them.
No, but see, that's not how they're... Yo, what are you doing? Can you stop? Don't like glasses. Don't glasses.
Nah.
Oh. You're lucky I decided to actually take it easy on Everest. This time.
You want to run that by me again?
You heard what I said. No telling how many people he scammed over the years. Next time might not be so easy.
Is that a threat?
That's a fact.
I beat the odds, even when society said I wasn't gonna make it. Overcome 'em, all them distractions, I had to shake 'em. One man band, no inheritance, I got it off the land. This is that gas. I'm a different type of strand. This that type of smoke, make you tap into your pineal glands. This that type of smoke that can get rid of many mans. This that type of smoke that you can't handle. I put belt the ass, light a nigga ass up like a candle. Secret animosity, they shoot shots but they can't aim. Young niggas dying every day behind fame. Fuck nigga took my brother out the game. I swear I'm on these niggas' neck like a $100,000 chain. Fuck nigga.
Still searching, meaning in this life, why this world turning? Yeah, if I'm alright, I don't care about a like. I know the bigger picture got a bigger purpose. Yeah, you know I'm stacking this money. But somehow still lost in my 20s. Funny we lost hope when COVID taught us to cope. Who would've thought that the world was alone hurting? Yeah, looking at my little brother. Depression is the quickest way to cause murder. Yeah, in grade school, other people murmur, but he's still alive. I call him the overcomer. Some days I think, do God see us? Life is a balance. Young, talented Libra who seeks peace but keeps tough. Who needs G's and Jesus? Who turns east and prays up. With one girl, he lays up. The family on his mind, he can't run. Nah. He can't run, putting things down into action, making a plan, no more telling other people, I ain't showing my hands, got a goal on my mind, I ain't kicking the can, homeboys call like when we kicking again, old friends, new friends, I got life changes, new man, I'm not one to hate on you and we are trying to make it to a conclusion, let it out, yeah, let it out, let it out, yeah. Let it out. Oh, I said let it out. Yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to be free. Turn me up. Yeah. I've been sleeping every night with a different plan in my mind. Am I getting any close to that man you designed? I ain't looking for a handout, praying for a sign, but I figure faith could make the stars you align. Them other girls, our playtime. Yeah, but with you, I can make time. The passion you got like grapevines, I know we'll both grow in age like great wine, yeah. Cause life is a poetry book, all these wrong turns, you don't wanna go look. And this pain that I felt before is no more, everything getting better when you know you enough, yeah. Can't stress a thing I don't know, and I pray for friends I've outgrown. Most things nowadays are bluff, but I'm trying to know that God who was burning a bush. Let it run, G. Bring the bongos in. Yeah. So soulful. Yeah. I write this last chapter for you and us. 7 years, bro, man, what a rush. Crazy how, even when we out of place, high school pace taught us to be tough. Everything ends in the end, do it. The friendship blend, but it's still moving. Yeah, somewhere in the earth playing old music that we never dropped and forgot we was cold doing. I can't tell you a lie, see your family, you know I feel happy inside. All these memories collect, be the happiest times. I hope that we cross paths even after this life, yeah. One thing in life I do know, everything is meant for your growth. I just wanna see us all getting close to the days we can shout to success with a toast. Yeah, sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world. I'm sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world. Sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world. I'm sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world.
God, I'm sweating. Jesus Christ. Oh man, I
We are back, guys. We are back. And I know that you've been writing notes. I just know you've been writing something down because it's been going down. Okay? And if you haven't, you got a little time to go on, gather some more notebook paper, another pen, because we're about to talk about some more things. Okay? Now, welcome back, welcome back. Y'all, again, we are talking all things book and brandy. We talking with Ronson tonight. I know y'all just saw a couple of films Ronson was in, okay? Well, we've been to talk with the coach himself. Okay? Ronson, why he over here teary eyed? Because Jason had us rolling behind the scene, y'all.
Yeah.
We was over here cracking up.
rolling, man. My goodness.
Cracking up. Now, I want to ask about this ebook. I want to talk about Book in the Room. We got a lot to go through a little time. So let's dive in. So you have this ebook, right? Let's talk about it. What's the title of it, and what all does it cover?
So I have two. I have one that's um, script analysis 101,
Okay.
which teaches people how to break down any set of sides that comes their way. A script or a set of sides for an audition, and
What's the
that's my first
size?
sides. So sides are that's what you called the excerpt of the script that the casting directors send to you for you to put on tape. They're called sides.
Okay, educators, come on.
So they're called sides. So when people say, "Oh, you got to request the sides for this character," that means you're requesting the scene or the lines that they want you to put on tape that you're going to audition with to send to them. To audition. So those are
Oh,
sides. So you learn something new. Everyone learns. If you didn't know sides, that's the industry standard. That's our goal. My goal is always to teach people industry standards. That's it.
yes.
You don't know the industry standard, people give themselves too much leeway in the independent industry, thinking that they don't have to know the industry standards. And no, you do. You have to know it from the ground up. But yeah, that's my first one. That was the first book I put out, and it was teaching people how to break down the script because the script is the GPS. The script is the cornerstone of building the character. The script is the cornerstone of the story. It's the cornerstone of you controlling the controllables as far as how well you execute your audition. It's knowing how to break down the script. It's everything. You want to break down the script, and you want to find things on the script that help you find things that are not on the script to put it back on the script to put in your audition to execute. So that was my first one. Then my second one
So
is go ahead.
give us an example what you mean when you say get something off of script to be on script.
So, I mean, for example, I always tell people for a character, a movie, for a character, this movie is only a glimpse into their life from this part to this part,
Uh
right?
huh.
For this hour and whatever, this is only but a glimpse into their life. So, there was life that they lived before the movie, and if they don't die at the end, there's life that they live afterwards. So our goal is to create this circumstance before the movie that we take that we don't know about, to create a history, to make the
Oh,
character real. We give them a history because guess what? We're humans. We have a history. We have a lineage. We have a history. And so I always tell people with their characters, the more life you give a character, the more the character comes to life. So when you give this history to this character, that's not on the page. A lot of times that's not in the script, right? So when you
right,
create the
right.
history that's not in the script and you put it on the script, then it helps you give more life to the character.
It do. I can see that. I can
Yeah,
see that. Break it
yeah,
down. Come
yeah.
on,
So I
Ronson.
have that one, and then the other one that I have is How to Book the Room Self Tape Mastery, and that was the one that I created. Serenity helped me put that joint together. She helped me get the cover. She helped me configure it because she was my knight in shining armor because I did not know what I was doing with putting it together. Um, yeah, it's How to Book the Room Self Tape Mastery. It was my process of self taping. That's my bag. If people, I'm an audition coach. I teach people how to self tape. I teach people how to put their auditions on tape and how to send them off and book the room because that's the industry standard. People don't have you in the room anymore. You're auditioning like this, just like this podcast. When COVID happened, there was a whole industry standard. People weren't going in the room anymore. If you were in Atlanta,
Mm.
if you were in Houston, you had to audition for a show in Atlanta. You're gonna send in a tape. You're not gonna go to Atlanta and be in the room. You're not. So my career has literally been me just sending in tapes, literally.
Wow.
Sending auditions. I've had some in person ones, but as far as my agent, the Hallmark one, every movie that you saw in that, on my reel was all booked from self tapes. So How to
What?
Book Through Self Tape Mastery is an ebook that pretty much shows my whole process from the moment I receive, the sides in the email to the moment I send it off. It's my whole process, and so it's a wealth of knowledge. Me and Serenity have
Like,
talked about it. I have it priced. It's just a wealth of knowledge that I wanted to give back. Like I had it to where I had it because I just want to give back to actors who need to know how to audition because a lot of people don't know how to audition and they need to. So yeah.
yes. Okay. So before we drop where they can get this ebook, both of those ebooks, tell me what are two things that are most important when doing your self tape? What are just two takeaways that people may need to know when creating a self tape?
Number one is create the environment. For example, Um, if in the self tape we are in a library, then listen, I don't know why you want to do this here, but this is not the right place. This is not the place, nor it's the time. This is not where we need to do this. Right? It's like that. It's that simple. We're in a library. So you want to create the environment. I'm not gonna talk loud because we're in a library. So create the environment. If it's cold outside, shiver. If it's hot outside, wipe your brow because you're gardening in the scene. You want to create the environment. You want to make them see you, see the environment. That's number important. And number two, it's eye line. Eye line, eye line, eye line. Never look directly into the camera, but also don't look directly off because we can't see your eyes. Always look close to the lens. This is the lens. This is me striking the camera. This is me not striking the camera, but being close enough to the lens to where you still see my face. Because on camera acting is all about your face. So those are two giveaways. Watch your outline and create the environment.
Look, you blowing my mind because, like again, I said I don't act. Your girl been in a few films, but I would never say I'm an actor because of things like this. It really, it's dedication. Point blank, it is dedication, and I definitely don't want to take that away from nobody. I will say I've been put in a film or two, but I'm no actor because it's grind. It's dedication. It's work. Um, and it's something that you really have to study for. I would have never known none of that. I'm thinking that that people study the lines, and you become the character, boom, and you do the do and it's over with. No,
No.
I did not know. Okay, you're auditioning for someone, like you said, you have to create create the atmosphere. I would have never thought about that. And there was something else you said on the call that I want to bring up. When we were on the call the other day, you said acting is doing, um, not act like.
Yeah.
And that was something that stuck with me. And I was like, what does he mean acting is not doing? And I was like, you doing, and and I was like, no, it's not. And you kept going in detail about that, about how it's not. You're not acting like something. Acting is doing.
Acting is doing. You're not acting like
Yeah.
you're doing something. If I always tell people, if you're on stage and you have to look for something, don't act like you're looking for it. Go behind the curtains and look. Go under the seats. Go on the curtains. Go around the set pieces on the stage. If there's a cabinet, actually go and look. Or for example, in movies when people answer the phone, a lot of times when people are dialing out, they're dialing out really quick. They dial out and they put the phone and they start talking right away. It's like, no, let the phone ring because when you're call, it's like they're like, yo, what's going on?
That is so
Yeah, yo, yo,
true.
yo. As opposed to,
It looks more natural.
yeah, what's going on? You called, right? It's different. Like I let a dial tone happen, or typing. People are typing like this in movies,
I do not like when they do that
and I'm like, what? As opposed to
because I type. It's like, yeah.
everybody wants to,
Look how he's spelling.
and it's so what's so funny. I was having an acting session with Ricole, who's one of my students, and she was like, "You have to look down when you type." I said, "Yes." And even if you're someone who types like a paralegal 100 words a minute, there's still a real way to do that.
Yeah.
You see me hitting the space, and when I'm doing that, I'm not just moving my fingers. I'm actually typing a sentence in my head. That's the difference between acting like you're doing something and actually doing something.
Yeah.
That's the difference, man. Y'all, I just dropped that on y'all. Now y'all
So
have
cool.
that.
Yeah, that
Go
was
and
cool.
and,
That's
and be fruitful.
huge.
Yeah.
Look, that is huge. Let them know where they can purchase the ebook, how much the ebook, and then we're gonna get over to Serenity because I know she got some goodies to drop. So
Man,
let's talk
y'all
about how and where they can get this ebook.
don't know the half. Yeah, if you go on my Instagram, Ronson underscore Hawkins, RONSON underscore HAWKINS. The link is in my stand store. The link is in my bio. Get both. Get this script analysis 101 and a how to book room self tape mastery. I actually did a sale where I dropped the how to book room self tape mastery 50%. I dropped it and it's still there. So before I change it, because I'm gonna go up on the price, not even gonna bring it back to the original. I'm going up. The price is going up because it's a wealth of knowledge. Before I change it, go ahead and grab it. Because guess what? It's $6. So instead of getting that venti caramel frappe latte or whatever you get, go ahead and grab
Okay.
that thing. So you can go ahead and end up on somebody's set with Jason. With Jason.
No, they don't need to be on set with Jason. Only if y'all knew. Come on,
Hold
Bring
on.
Jason.
on the
Hey,
new
hey,
writer.
hey, hold on, hold on. First of all, if you know me, you know I'm not an actor. I don't play to be one. I only play one on when they tell me to. I don't act. But if you gonna write a script that don't make sense, don't put me on it.
Y'all,
We're gonna
Jason
change
said
it up.
he don't follow lines, none of that.
What
He become
Jason
his own
said.
character.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I had to do a throwback to that. He
Hey,
talking about some. You know what I'm gonna say?
And he
if
gonna
you
stand firm on it too.
Jason said,
hey,
"Wait, what? Let me
Is
come on here. Let me talk in this."
y'all
Oh
are
my
not about to
god.
call me out like that. I am a consultant. I help people build. I am not an actor, but I do play one in my own house.
We appreciate your honesty, Jason. He said, "I'm not
right.
an
You in a
actor.
safe space.
I'm not
Yeah.
an actor, but I do play one."
In my own house. But if
Oh,
you put me on set and say learn these lines,
He
I'm
gonna
gonna
do what
tell
he
you
wanted.
right now. I'm
oh
probably
god.
gonna glimpse through it, pick out the parts that look good, and I'm gonna improv the rest.
I can't with him. I
Mm-mm.
cannot. But you know what? We gonna get with Serenity program, and we gonna get better. We gonna get on the screen
Yes,
and say what the
yes,
lines are. Ain't that right?
right, right. Me and T signing up.
We got
We
Send us.
we
We
signing
signing
up.
I,
up.
We signing
I
up.
told you today when you dropped your headshot and I gave you the feedback and you was like, I'm not an actor and I'm like, you can be. You may
yeah,
not
He
now,
yeah. You,
did.
hey, you can
but
be.
once
Hey.
you come into what we're teaching you, you can because Ronson and his mom already have, people that they're working with. But the thing that I'm bringing to the table are all brand new people. That's my audience. I'm marketing the brand new people who want to get started into the industry so they can start from the bottom and work their way up.
I want to be a 1960s gangster.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to work.
It's
I
some work.
can't.
We got some work cut out for us, but it's possible.
Hey, I can get
Ronson gonna
through
start a whole new book just for you.
it.
Hey, listen.
Hey, hey,
I'm
Hey,
going to
how to
have to
get into
create
character?
one.
Deep
not to,
dive.
how not to act like Jason,
Right.
volume
You
one.
know, it's crazy. When you talk about acting, is it's I say acting is living truthfully under imaginary circumstances, and
Yep.
sometimes I tell my students all the time the number one thing that I can't teach you is experience, and if you know how to pull from something in your life, that's the part of acting I can't teach you. That's
Yeah.
like the spiritual part of it. That's where I tell my students you have to dig inside of yourself and remember a time where this emotion that you need for this scene comes from. When you experience life, I tell my students it's like psychosis. You have a reservoir of experience of life. Use that. Sometimes that's why I get off set. I be drained because I'm in it. I use experience from life, or I empathize with this character who's experiencing something that if I experienced it, oh man, it would be crazy. Or maybe I have experienced it before. Sometimes it
Hmm.
hits close to home for a lot of actors too, and it's
Right.
like
Yeah.
wow, and that's why you realize they're so emotional. So I like to say, hey, take that experience and run with it. Maybe Jason
That's
got something to
that's
bring
why
to
I
the
said
scene.
I'm a 1960 gangster. Nigga,
To add to
Sorry, what you say, Serenity?
what Ronson was saying about the experience, it made me think of the resumes because I do the resumes. And a lot of people come to me and they don't have things under the skill portion of their resume, or they're not sure what to put there.
Please say that. Oh my God,
What
that's so good.
what he's telling you is to go and master certain different types of things because the workshops that we've provided and we will continue to provide is going to teach you different methods, different ways to act out certain characters of that nature. So that's what they would be adding under the skill portion of their resume.
Do you need
So
that?
you so you also so you not only help create, so to say, their resume. You help them literally
I,
build their
I review
resume.
it. Yeah, they send it to me. I look at it. Majority of the time, it looks like they're applying for a job. If I can just be honest, they don't know the format. So the format is incorrect. We're gonna make sure the format is correct. We're gonna make sure we have the information on there that is required because you don't want to miss out anything. And then you only want to list what's important because there's a lot of people who have a long list of things. But are all of those movies great? Does it show you in a good light? Do we want to put this? When's the last time you shot? Do you want to put this because this is brand new or this is old? We sit down and evaluate the whole thing so that depending on what they're applying for, they're going to go cast for, is what I would suggest that they have on that resume. And I've seen
Now,
people just put everything on there and it's like a big pot of gumbo. You don't want to do that.
now, how do you know if a movie is, like you said, good or not to put on your resume? Like, if it didn't show you in a good light, like, how do you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that I look at as far as even just association because who wrote the movie? Who produced the
Mm.
movie? Who are you connected to? Because it may not be a good look for you. If I can
Ooh.
just be completely transparent, it may not be a good look to be connected because some people will go and shoot and shoot and shoot. I know I've done so many movies, but those movies don't show you in a good light. So putting it on a resume and you're applying for, I'm just gonna say Tyler Perry. Does it look good to him? Is he gonna want to work with you based on that work history that you have? If not, let's put what's on there that's gonna grab his attention.
So Ronson, I didn't act the movie because it wasn't gonna make me look good in a good light.
You threw those lines to the wind. You did
He
your
just
own thing
took
because you
it.
was like, man, this shit
Just
lame. I'm
pulled
not
it.
gonna do these lines.
I told you he's a writer. He just took what I said and
Man, Jason
rewrote it.
said they had me looking like a
And
sucker in
just
this.
turn.
It's time to thug it up. It's time
They
to go
wanted me to
Right.
be like the cop that said, "Hey, sir, come
Yeah.
here." No, guy, give me
No,
that money.
You
I
were
need
like,
that.
no.
I'm not doing that.
he's like, hey, sir, come here. No.
So
It's
see,
about knowing your brand. It's about knowing your. It's about knowing your, knowing your type. I have a character type.
Yeah.
That's what Serenity goes with branding. We talk about building the algorithm on our Facebook. Like even when we talk about scheduling posts on our Facebook or building our engagement, it's building your engagement with content that is native to you. That is your type of
Mm.
content.
say that again because that isn't just for acting. I say that
No,
to
it
every
just
brand
it's
that I
That's
deal
everything.
with.
business.
That's business, yeah. That's
Right.
business.
A
That's like
lot of
business Bible.
people don't understand that. I'm like, I tell artists because I work with a lot of artists. I tell them, you can't tell me you a gangster rapper, and then next thing I know, I look over and you in motherfucking cardigan sweatshirt and some glasses.
Watch the school.
With a Pomeranian puppy in your hand.
Right,
That part.
but you on the album talking about I'll shoot you up, and nigga, you like you about to go to a court case.
I, hey, and it's so crazy because it's true.
Oh my God.
People are not, they're not authentic with themselves and their brand. If you're authentic with your brand, you're authentic with your brand. People try
Yep.
so hard to push and change their brand, and that's what really changed my mindset because for a while, as far as actors, and it's in business, people try to do or be what other people are,
People
or
are,
they
yeah.
try to reinvent the wheel. And in business, it's not about necessary. It's finding your own authenticity in a foundation that's already there. But
Yeah.
of course, there's a lot of people doing there's a lot of people doing a lot of things. There's a lot of artists out there. But when you find an authenticity, it's like you have to stick with it. But people
Yeah.
try so hard to catch the wave.
When you find
So
your niche, I tell people all the time, I'm a
Gotta
consultant.
stay in your lane. Yeah,
There's
you gotta
about
stay in
eight
your lane.
thousand. There's about 8,000 consultants out there, but what
We all
makes me different is what I do. That's
Yep.
why I like to talk to people. I remember starting my business, right? People used to be like, Jason, you tell everybody everything about your business. Why wouldn't you think they would just run off and do it for themselves? And I would be like, but you not going to do it the way I do it. You can take my plan and you can make it yours because that's what I do. I send it over to other consultants and say, hey, take my logo off, put your logo at the top of that paper, and push it to your customers.
Yeah.
but they're not gonna do it like you. They don't have the je ne sais quoi. They don't have that thing that you have. And Trinity
Absolutely.
teaches that. She teaches
I would always say you
branding.
can copy my work, but you cannot copy my work ethic.
Yes.
Yep,
Everything
that
I
is
put into
so
what I'm
true.
doing, I could give you a template, but I'm the one who designed it.
Yes.
Message.
Yep. And sometimes that's
Look at it.
sometimes I get me as a podcaster, I get so offended when I see other podcasters that you can tell they're not passionate. They're doing this because they're it's a hobby
Yeah.
and it's not and they're not doing it with passion. Like I see that over and over, and I saw someone one day like literally doing the same exact thing I was doing, right? And I'm just like, this is image and image and image and image. I'm like,
Oh,
really?
you
What's really
inspired.
going on here? And I had to call somebody and talk about it because I was really pissed. And so they were like, "But they're not you." Like, yeah, that. But
Exactly.
you know what it taught me? The person sat down with me and was like, "You know what? If I was just looking at their marketing and looking at their pages, I would book them over you. But because I know your personality and going off of your personality that I see on page, I will book you over them."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It taught me that I need to market myself better.
Yeah.
It taught me that yeah, it is something different about me, and it taught me how to push myself better, which is
Hmm.
even how I even started getting into doing Tubi Tuesdays. Because I was like,
Yeah.
if everybody getting booked and red carpets are free and this, that, and the third, and what's gonna make them want to pick me? What's gonna make them want to do come to my show versus anybody else's show? I want to be different, and so I just kept pushing. Okay, I'm real and raw and I'm authentic for a reason, and
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
this is a passion of mine. I
Yeah.
researched my guests. I was seeing these other people like not even knowing who's coming on the show. I'm like, if you really love what you do, it's gonna show. And I
Hmm.
don't like when people not passionate about what they do. So
Yeah.
shut up, Jason.
But that
so
was right on time because I'm a believer of that. When
Right.
people say to me, even in business that I've worked past collaborations, they're talking about other folks and what they're doing, and I'm just like, give me a break.
Don't you
I
hate being
yeah,
in those rooms? I hate
told
being in those type of
you,
rooms.
so I'm not gonna bend, break, or fold to what someone else is doing because I've had people copy my work a lot. Mine's come off the dome, so I know you stealing. I know you are. It's not a
exactly.
recipe out there. So if you're copying me, I do look at it as a compliment because you see so much in me that you want to duplicate it. But go a little bit further and sit down with me and let me show you how to do it
Hey,
your way, where
I'll
it's gonna
give
work.
you a I'll give you a prime example with just the station you're on now. There's like four other people that call me, "Hey Jason, what platform do you use?" And then when I tell them, they're like, "Oh, okay, thank you." And now I'm looking at them, but the problem that they having is, you see the lighting in the back of y'all. They don't know how to create it, and they don't
Yeah,
know how I get it. They thought the platform offered it.
no,
Mm.
And the second part is they're paying to be on a platform that I built. So you think I'm gonna hold it off? Come on.
of course not. Mm. But that's only the mindset of people who are selfish, where they want to keep things to themselves. You are smart to know to pour into a
Yeah,
community that's pouring back into you, so it gets
Yeah,
bigger. There's enough for everybody to go around.
that's all I ever
exactly.
say. I don't
But
care
you know,
about.
it's the root of competition, and
And then I
that's
only
a,
need a certain portion. I'm not that hungry. I have what, in mind of what I want. You have, what you want, see pretty. You, Ronson, you, Jake, we all know how much we want. And it's so much that we still can have a piece of that pie. We're extra to help other people because that's what God designed it for, to be more, to be
Absolutely.
fruitful,
Exactly.
in abundance.
people
Yeah.
just worked.
Exactly.
If people just worked, you know, if people just worked and stopped focusing on how good someone else's food looked while theirs got cold, then it'd be a difference.
Yeah.
I'm,
Come on
I'm
now.
tunnel vision because I ain't even eating what they eating. It's a different menu over
Hey,
here.
that's all I ever say. When people come to me, they're like, "Jason, so and so told me you only charge them $275 a month." And I said, "Yeah, I do." And they like, "But you can make so much more money." And I'm like, "Yeah, I can." But if all they can afford is 275 and every month I get that 275, guess what? I'm gonna take that
You know,
275.
I know
As
that's right.
opposed to you having this gouged price, and
And
now
not
there's
having
gaps in
nothing.
between.
Yep.
And because you know what that causes is when people pay those big prices that other people talk about, what it causes them to do is start building your brand. But then the next month, when you can't afford that $1,000 or $3,000 package,
There
then
you go.
they stop working on your brand. And then you come back the month after, like, "Hey, I got it again. Here you go." Then it's like, "Hey, but guess what? We got to start all back over."
Yep.
I'm residual. We gonna come in slow, and then we're
I'm
gonna
like,
Come
build,
on, Chris
and
Brown.
so
It's
that it be
residuals.
consistent. I want
hey,
you to pay
hey,
like you pay
I
credit.
made $275,000 in my second year of business just because I built a website that said, "Hey, you can get all of my hundreds of thousands of services that we can do ourselves. There's no extra money out of our pocket. Just pay your $3 a month, and every you could just hit me up all month for flyers, contracts, sales, whatever." And do you know, my team was like, "Are you crazy?" And then they looked at the end of our year books and was like, "Dang, we literally made $275,000." And I'm like, because y'all trying to make 500 here and 600 here. Think about the
Yeah,
number of people that got $3. That's like, hey, I need a logo, and knowing that you paid your $3 month subscription, that you can
Yep.
come and be like, I need a
you have
flyer,
to
and
invest
just like
more
I do
money.
with the rate. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
Yep.
great.
why we do
That's a
one-stop
gem right
shop,
there, y'all. That's a
because
gem.
Bronson, his mom, you come in with a consultation, but you're gonna leave out with so many more other options of
So
things
much
that we
more.
can do. So we're not trying to pull you in like Jason said with 500 and 1,000. Come in slow and build your way up. Because if you're making money, then you're gonna be able to invest in me. But if you're not making money, then I only make that money once or twice. It doesn't
Yep.
make
Exactly.
sense. It doesn't
That's
make
what
sense
people
in
don't get.
Hey,
Make it to
ring,
where people can
ring,
invest in
ring. What
themselves
they
and make
say?
the
Ring the
money.
church bell. Ring the church bell.
if
Church
you
over.
have a million, if you have a million people that give you $1, how much money do you have?
Hey, you know where I got that
Mm.
from though? So
A thousand. Come on
I'm gonna
now.
drop a gem on y'all
No,
before you, I'm gonna
y'all
drop.
remember the CDs that they used to sell for 99 cents? You had to
Yep,
pay 99 cents for the membership.
yep.
So many people paid that. They made a
A lot.
killing of 99 cents.
And
Jason, you
that's
So
a
said
you,
you got a gem.
yeah. I
you
said I'm
can't
gonna
be
drop a. I'm gonna drop a gem on y'all before we get out of here because now I'm gonna drop a
that.
gem on y'all. Y'all been dropping gems all day. I'm gonna give y'all one for free. So yeah, motto. I tell people all the time, look at money rolls uphill, not down. So people got to remember that. They always look at it like money rolls downhill and it doesn't. So when you build a business, money says we have to build it from the employees first and then build
Hmm.
our way up to the managers, build our way up. You know what
Hmm.
perfect business model I built my company off of?
Yeah.
Metro PCS. When Metro first came out, Metro said $40 a month. That was it. We don't care about phone sales. We don't care about none of that. Just come pay your $40. How many people rushed to that door because they couldn't get a T-Mobile, they couldn't get an AT&T, they couldn't get those, but they could get those
A
quality
whole bunch of us.
with Metro, right?
What?
Metro made $40 million in 1 month off
Yeah,
of
I can
40
believe
subscribers. But when I sat down and talked with the main board of Metro, they all only make out of every subscriber $3. But if you say 40 million people signed up out of and I get $3 of every person, I'm good, and I don't get to pay to the middle to the last
Yeah.
of the month. So one of the things that when I talk to people who want to be a part of my team, the number one question I ask them is, do you want $10,000 a month, or would you take $1 a day from 11,000 people? And you would not believe how many people choose the wrong answer.
Mm. Y'all, we've been dropping gems all night long. Jason even came on and dropped a couple for us for free tonight. So
what
your
I got from
notebook.
it is long haul. It's the long haul goal. You don't worry about coming and getting
What?
out in the beginning. It's the long goal. I got you, Jason.
Hey, that mug froze me. I'm kind of frozen. I was
Hey,
like,
because
what?
but you look at it,
I got it. I got
Dollar
a
a
it.
dollar,
day for
uh,
what?
if $1 a day from 11,000 people, that's 11,000 people every day dropping $1 in your cash app just for you to work for them.
I'm going with that one.
I know that's right.
I'm going
Y'all,
with that one. And then I'm going on vacation.
it has been a great night. Like we have learned so much. Y'all have educated me. I know y'all have educated everybody in the audience. Definitely we didn't get to talk, Serenity. I wanted you to drop some prices tonight. And also let them know how they can get signed up with you. Because I know even if it's just business, even if it's in acting, baby, they
Yeah.
need to connect. They need to network. So go ahead and drop them deals and steals.
Okay, so if you just want to connect, like you're not ready to book a consultation, you can hit me on Facebook, Serenity Taylor. Just type it in and I'll come up. Serenity Taylor underscore is underscore she evolved on Instagram. but just go to Facebook and click the link in my bio. I am running a promotion right now just to sit down with me for 30 to 45 minutes for me to evaluate your business. It's normally $44, but I'm doing it for $33. I took a 10% off. We have the 808 portal on tomorrow, so I'm trying to help people with some abundance and some prosperity into their business and some wealth. So book a consultation. You can go to serenitytaylor.com, fill out the form, sign and date it, and then I will reach out to you to get your consultation booked and to get your payment. I'm also running a special to work with me. Every 90 days, I have a program called Build Brand and Generate Income. So we're going to sit down and really evaluate what you want to do in the film industry and create a pathway plan, a digital plan that you can take. And I help you with content creation as well. It's normally $200 every 90 days, but I'm running a promo for the first five people for $100, and I'm not gonna keep it on long. It may be there until Monday, maybe Sunday night. I'm not for sure, but it is $100 to work with me for 90 days. So if you just want to jump in because you believe in yourself and you want to see what you can do, $100 is nothing to sit down with me once a week for 90 days to see some results. So that's the promos right there. 33 or $100, and it's by Monday. Go to serenitytaylor.com or hit me up on Facebook, Serenity Taylor. Thank you.
Y'all see the website at the bottom, serenitytaylor.com. Y'all, I know y'all are full with gems, baby, because they've been dropping heavy tonight. We have got all kinds of resources, guys. Please, please, please. I cannot urge you enough. Please check out Booked and Branded, okay? I need you to go there. I need you to check it out. I need you to get involved. I need you to invest in yourself, okay? Invest in yourself like you invest in making sure you ate every day, okay? I need you to invest in yourself, like make sure that you had a 9 to 5. You make sure your rent due. So why you can't make sure that we keep income coming, right? So I need you to realize that y'all, it is important to handle your business, take care of yourself, right? And look into the longevity of things. Invest in yourself is a big, big deal. We talk specials, consultations, content creation, the 90 day. We got ebooks on the way or already out with Ronson. Ronson, go ahead and tell them again about your two ebooks and where they can get those before we close out.
Yeah, so you go to my Instagram, Ronson underscore Hawkins, RONSON_Hawkins, HAWKINS. You click the link in my bio, you will see both ebooks. One of them is dropped 50%. I'm also running a special where you can work with me for $100 special for 30 to 45 minute sessions for a price of $100. That's 30 to 45 minute sessions for a price of $100. And so yeah, I hope to work with you guys and let's book the room.
Oh, can I add one more thing? The most
Go ahead.
important
I'm sorry. I cut out. I'm so
The most
sorry.
important thing, if you guys are not ready to work with us just yet, we do have a private Facebook community. You can go to either one of our pages to gain access to that. We do screen everybody who joins, so there are some entry questions that we want you to answer to make sure you're a right fit for the community. And then once we get you in, we get you started on the journey of building your brand and getting booked. So make sure you join the Facebook community to get the free resources.
Definitely, definitely. It is definitely worth it, guys. There's all type of promos. It's definitely a community. It's definitely a family. It's definitely the place to be. So definitely y'all check in with Book and Branded, Serenity Taylor, Ronson Hawkins. I can't wait to see more with you, Ronson. What's to come. Um, I can't wait to see more. Taylor, Miss Serena, we're gonna talk every day. We here. We here. So, y'all, thank y'all so much for coming on.
Thank
Like
you for
y'all
having us.
educated me,
Good. I
dropped
enjoyed
some good
myself.
gems.
We
For
appreciate you
sure.
so
Thank
Of
you. Thank
course.
you. It was an honor.
Of course, y'all. We're gonna have to bring them back because I know it was more gems than what you thought was gonna be laid tonight. So we're gonna bring them back another week, okay? So y'all stay tuned. We're gonna get them back on the show. And all the guys, let me see. Everybody that came on tonight, make sure that you paid attention to what was dropped, okay? Because tomorrow I'm doing a giveaway. Okay? A giveaway, and you had to have, you gotta know something about this live tonight. So y'all stay tuned, and I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, okay? And until then, next Thursday, and also stay tuned for Saturday. Cause your girl got a big announcement. So everybody real till it's time to be raw, and we out. Let's talk.
I'm so raw in, uncut, and they know. And I'm blessed from the tip of my head to my toes. This here's the real raw. Let's talk. Show it if you wanna learn some. Sit back and listen to me flow. If it's about some money, let's talk about it. If it can change the world, let's talk about it. If you're an entrepreneur, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If it's about some money, let's talk about it. If it can change the world, let's talk about it. If you're an entrepreneur, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hickory dickory dot, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 12. It's a new day, it's time to turn it up a notch. Turn it up. Hickory dickory dot, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 12. It's a new day, it's time to turn this bitch up a notch. I was created to be what they can't be. These hoes so worrisome like a gum at the bottom of my feet. Bitch, get the fuck up off of me. Dragging these hoes through the dirt and the concrete. Anything it takes to get a bum bitch up off of me. I told her hating hoe on a TV screen. It's the only way she gon' see me. It's 2024 and it's a new wave. I got 365 days just to get paid. It's time to cut these hating hoes off like a fresh fade. Get to a bag. I can do this shit like Ari Reed. I'm so raw in, uncut, and they know. And I'm blessed from the tip of my head to my toes. This here's the real raw. Let's talk. Show it if you wanna learn some. Sit back and